What's up, everyone? My name is Bobby. Welcome to my channel, Untitled Player. We're back with episode 3 of the Star Fox Adventures Let's Play. Gonna hit up the Warpstone. We're gonna go to the ThornTail Hollow store. I think that's what it's called. I don't know, like, the official name of it. These are blast seeds. I don't know if I explained this in the last episode. Really, what these are used for is, this is basically your equivalent of, like, bombs that you use. You can plant them in certain spaces, and wherever that certain space usually is, almost always requires an explosion to happen so that you're... it like makes like a tunnel or something. So it's basically like, to dumb it down, the Zelda equivalent of like a bomb that you can throw. This guy is creepy.
Welcome to my store. Feel free to look at the many wonderful items within these walls. I have food, special goods, and many...
He like floats. They never explain on like the magic behind him.
Like to play games? Then enter the Scarab Room.
See, it's like, it says, if you like to play games, enter the Scarab Room. There's,
Okay.
it's like gambling. It literally is gambling.
If you find something that you like, then choose that item, and we'll discuss a price. Is that clear? Well... Good. Now, hurry and choose something, or get out.
Yeah, there literally is gambling in this game, and on the back of the box, it only says animated blood and mild violence. So there's like no, there's no warning for gambling in games, which I know Nintendo was required to label. I don't know if back in the GameCube era or when it actually took effect. It may have been around forever. I think it was a new thing that happened, though, after they came under fire with lawsuits and stuff like that back in the 90s. This is scarabs, by the way. This is basically your rupee or form of currency in this game. Which is kind of a cool fun fact. Scarab is an actual real insect that resides in Africa. But anyway, they came under fire with lawsuits and stuff like that, and gambling was added to their rating system. I believe this game made it in time, though, so I wonder if I could make it big off of a lawsuit with Nintendo on this game. But I'm pretty sure whatever it is would have kicked in by now. What is that called? After like so long, like if you get sued for something, you can't be prosecuted anymore.
No?
Whoever knows what that is, put in the comments.
Okay, I'll sell it to you.
So we have to buy this rock candy for this big dude, the Warpstone. He'll explain it to you whenever we get up there. And you can see that you can kind of like negotiate with him on the price. Right now we can only hold 10 scarabs, which kind of sucks, but it'll do for now. Alright, so now we're off on our journey to rescue the Prince Tricky. There's really nothing holding us back. Aside from finding him and then somehow getting him back here. Should be able to accomplish all that in this episode. Maybe not all of that, but pretty close. We should at least be able to meet Prince Tricky in this episode, if nothing else. Alright, so you see, they just plant the flower here and then you shoot it with your blaster. I'm pretty sure it's the only really way to set it off. As of now, you don't have any special power-ups. And this is the Warpstone. Remember the dinosaur right there. Eventually we're gonna have to assist her, and it is... Oh my god, it's so terrible.
Nobody ever brings me gifts anymore!
It's just like Scottish rock. That is Scottish, right? It's not Irish or something. I don't know how to tell the difference. But you give him this gift and he gets all excited. They play like bagpipes, so I guess it is Scotland.
The mighty Warpstone. 1,000 years I've been left alone to rest. What do you want?
Well, can you help us?
Help you? No.
But you're a Warpstone. You're supposed to help.
Right. Let's see if I can remember what
You give this dude rock
I'm supposed
candy and
to
he's
do.
gonna be like that to us.
Okay. Now if you push
This is just more tutorial stuff.
then I'll send you to one of those Warpstone thingies. We'll get back to that in a minute. And if you push forward on the control stick, then you can enter
The maze is weird. It's actually kind of scary.
Now this one's a bit special.
Krazoa Palace. Okay, but he's gonna explain how like if you whenever you collect your Krazoa spirit, which they don't explain why you need until like way later in the game. So right now we're gonna be just focusing on spell stones, which I haven't even touched on that yet either. So right now we're gonna be headed to I think it's Snow or Ice Mountain. Sorry.
Are you ready to walk?
Duh, dude. All right, so now we like parkour in space. We're headed on top of a mountain, which you actually could see from ThornTail Hollow. You just have to like use Z, which switches up your camera, and you can to first-person view, and you can like look around and see the mountain on the top of the hill. So now we're at Ice Mountain. I'm pretty sure this is the only time that we ever need to go here, which kind of sucks because it's kind of like a cool concept. I don't really mind the icy parts of the game, but they put a lot of thought into this, and you're only here for like 5 minutes. What's also weird is these dinosaurs have like crazy space technology, and like, but they use like clubs and like primitive armor and stuff like that. I'm picking this part of game a little, like this game apart a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like I have the right to because everyone else has dogged it so hard. Domestic violence. There are a lot of stock, like, sound bites in this game. Like, I know for a fact that, this one for sure, the, Fire Blaster, like, that is, like, so overused in, like, everything and anything, like, this world. It's, like, all those, like, royalty-free, like, sound things. But, I mean, there's so many in this game. I guess Rare really wanted to keep the game cheap. Alright, for whatever reason, we have to kill these new enemies we have, which are the Blue Sharp Claw. As far as I know, they don't have any different specs from the yellow ones. They might be a little bit tougher to like defeat than the yellow ones. But as you go on in the game, you're gonna encounter some new Sharp Claw that do get a little bit tougher. I'm not gonna be doing any of the wells and like getting tokens in this game. I just feel like that would be too time consuming, and I'm so like unexperienced on that. Like I wouldn't want to look like an idiot. They're just little Easter eggs.
Hey, Scaleface, pick on someone your own size.
Zing.
Neat Kiak. I am Fox McCloud.
What a burn.
Pilot of the
Scaleface.
Star Fox team. I've come to take the prince back to his home. Hey, wait!
Alright, so Prince Tricky gets scared off and kind of makes our lives a little bit more difficult. And now we get to ride on these, like, ice space jet skis, which are actually pretty cool. There's a part up here that I like to take advantage of. I don't know why, it's, like, so satisfying. Because you could normally just bump into these guys, and after a while it just wrecks them to the point that they can't go anymore. Ooh, now we're in trouble. I may not be able to do this. That would be terrible. Or you can just, like, flat out, like, sportingly beat them. But this is a pretty good shortcut. It's only going to put us in front by 1. You do have to beat both of them to, like, actually make this work. And, I wasn't able to do it. Usually whenever you get in front of these guys in this tunnel, you can, like, just lock up on your brakes. And, whenever you do that, they, get stuck behind you. They just run into you, like, repeatedly until, they blow up. So it's, like, an easy way to win. But, beating them fair and square, I guess, works, too. You get to use these a couple more times in this game. They're actually pretty fun. I've never seen that happen before. He was, like, literally just stuck on that tree there. Did you guys see that? I've never seen that happen before. I've done this part of this game at least 100 times in my life. I'm not even kidding you. And I've never seen that happen before. If you lose in this race, it's actually pretty graphic. The Sharp Claws, like, stop on the, like, edge of the cliff there and, like, block your way of going down, and you, like, flip off your jet ski and, like, roll into where they're at, and they, like, obviously, like, the screen fades to black, but it implies them, like, beating you to death. It's terrible. Luckily, Tricky's voice changes a little bit. It's not that annoying.
I can't understand you.
Hot spring, or you'd be frozen by now.
If I were you,
Alright, so finally everything's in English.
He'll bash you up. I don't think he'll be doing any bashing. He's been captured. That's why I've been sent to rescue you. He's been captured? That's right.
This game does have some Class A voice acting.
To find you. Is she okay? She'll be just fine. But we need to get you home.
Alright, so now we finally have Tricky, our little sidekick. We got our third panel here to show, like, what his abilities are. Which right now he has none. He's about to get one. And there's one annoying mechanic you have to do, which is you have to keep him fed. You have to get these blue grub tug fungus. They're basically mushrooms. It says they're an Earthwalker's favorite food. Problem is they're too hard for me to catch. Try stunning them with your staff. See, I don't get what... If they're too hard for him to catch, how does he ever get fed? I guess his mother, like, spoon feeds him. Alright, so it's basically just reiterating what was stated earlier. Okay, so now we feed him these. If he would eat it. Put it right in his knee. Alright, so now, like, he says he feels stronger, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now we can use his abilities, which are, like, finding stuff. He's, like, able to dig underwater. Oh my god, shut up. He's like Navi. He's just as bad as Navi. So yeah, now it kind of makes it into, like, a two-player mechanic here. So you have, like, a little sidekick, and he can assist you with stuff. So now he found a switch, and he's able to, like, stay on it. It's like a pressure switch. And this is how 90% of the puzzles are in this game. Anyway, guys, I'm really excited that this Let's Play is going along so smoothly. We're on episode 3 now, and this is obviously the second batch of uploads that I'm able to do. This is a whole different filming session from the first set, and it's awesome. The fact that you get whenever it finally clicks in an episode, like it's like, okay, this is where it's gonna stick. Because I've done it so many times in Let's Plays where, like, I start and I stop, I start and I stop, and it's at the point now where it's like, okay, this one's sticking and we're doing good. Oh, also stuff like that, like whenever you see, like, it looks like a leaf almost, like the branches in, like, a leaf. What do you call those? The veins? I don't even, what do you call that? Like the inner part of a leaf that's, like, kind of the spine of it. I feel like the more I just try and describe what I'm talking about, the more stupid I sound. Sometimes a quick and easy way to take out these guys is using your fire blaster, but I don't have near enough energy to do that yet. These guys might be colored blue just because of, like, the climate they're in. I never thought about that. The egg literally just bounced off of me. Alright, so Tricky goes running here, and this is where we learn another one of his value commands. So yeah, just basically a button mash marathon down in this little valley. And then we finally get a bigger wallet. Even though in this game it's not described as a wallet. But yeah, this part always was like a big momentous, like, thing for me as a kid, because I was always so struck and all about buying stuff at the store. I don't know why that was so important to me to buy things at the store, at, like, the ThornTail Store.
Are you crazy? Just leave the sharp claws to me. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, Fox.
Yeah, he's talking about his heal command, so we...
You just use my heal command.
Now after we tell him to stay, he'll come to us if we blow a whistle. Some of these commands require food and others don't. But yeah, anyway, I was so excited to like progress in this game and finally get this wallet, because it's not called a wallet, it's called a scarab bag. But and the reason why was because I don't know why, I love getting stuff at the store, like buying new things. Alright, so this, I'm pretty sure, none of these are required. You are not required to get any staff upgrades, which I always wonder, like, what would happen if, well, you're required to get staff upgrades, you're not required to get staff energy upgrades, and some of the moves require way more energy than what the staff you currently had at the very beginning of the game. So what would happen if you wouldn't get your staff upgrade, like, done? I don't know how the game would react to that, if there's a mechanic that would fix that, or if it would deny you the ability to even get the upgrade itself. But yeah, that's kind of weird. Alright, so now we have to get back to ThornTail Hollow. That is the main mission. But I know for a fact we have to help this guy out first, because we have no way of getting back. Because that block up there, it's on like a geyser. We need it to fall down for us. But I'm going to get my Chris Kyle on here real quick. There's like an enemy that hides in the tree. Alright guys, well now you know what our task is for the next episode at hand, and that's pretty much it. We covered it pretty well. Tricky's gonna be reunited with his mom in the next episode, and take care.